Welcome to CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and these are some of your top stories for January 16, 2020. So the Senate passes a U.S. Canada-Mexico trade deal, a Trump priority. Another winter storm is coming this weekend. Firefighter recruits may be making racist hand gestures in photo. Senator Susan Collins slammed for suggesting timing of previous documents released nefarious. And in some entertainment news, Odell Beckham Jr.'s arrest warrant issued for slapping officers' butt post the LSU win. Also in some entertainment news, Oprah Winfrey reveals how she and Stedman Graham have made their spiritual partnership work. These and other stories. Let's get to the news. The Senate passes U.S.-Canada-Mexico trade deal, a Trump priority. One day after signing a new trade deal with China, President Donald Trump is expected to get more good news with the trade agenda as the Senate considers the new North American Pact. The House has already overwhelmingly approved the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. The Senate is expected to do the same on Thursday and send the measure to Trump's desk for his signature before it turns to articles of impeachment. Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell describes the pact as a major win for the Trump administration, a major win for those of us who are already ready to move past the season of toxic political noise. While the administration completed its negotiations with Canada and Mexico more than a year ago, Democrats in the House insisted on changing the pact that they say make it more likely Mexico will follow through with its commitments. As part of those negotiations, the administration agreed to drop provisions that offer expensive biologic drugs made by living cells, 10 years of protection from cheaper knockoff competition. Republicans and the president have complained about how long it took to complete the negotiations, but the talks result in a rare mix of support from the USMCA, the AFL, and the CLO. An association of trade unions endorsed the measure along the scores of businesses and farm groups. And in some winter news, winter weather has got a late start this season, for most of the West Michigan receiving less than 30 inches of snow so far, but this could all change this weekend as another storm system moves into the Midwest. It is still too early to tell what the full impact of this storm will be. It may be snow or just a wintry mix, starting on Friday evening and lasting through the weekend. Many forecasts have been checked, as we can see that the storm will bring at least 6 to 12 inches of snow. Or it could just be very wet and a wintry mix. It all depends on what the actual temperatures will be for Friday night and Saturday during the day. So to be honest, who the heck knows what kind of storm we're going to hit us this weekend? It could probably be a big nothing burger, again like it was last weekend. But if we do get hit bad, be safe and stay warm. DC Fire Department recruits might be making white power hand gestures in photo. A photo of a fire department recruits possibly using racist hand gestures is being investigated by the District of Columbia Fire and Emergency Medical Services. NBC reports, a Washington, D.C. affiliate, that the agency said that it was made aware of the photo on Wednesday. The photo surfaced on Facebook and it is spreading through social media platforms. It shows some recruits in a group picture flashing the possible white power hand gesture, but the gesture is similar to the OK hand sign. Susan Collins slammed for suggesting that the timing of Parnas's documents release is nefarious. Not long after, somewhat encouraged by the incumbent Susan Collins, Republican of Maine, impeachment-related public statements, Collins has suggested that the timing of Tuesday's document dump, courtesy of the indicted Ukrainian Florida businessman Liv Parnas and the House Intelligence Committee, was somewhat nefarious. Collins was asked on Wednesday by CNN senior congressional correspondent about the latest revelations about the effort to move the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch. Yovanovitch's movements were watched closely by individuals involved in those efforts, individuals tied to Rudy Giuliani and President Donald Trump. Some are now calling for an investigation of the surveillance. Yovanovitch testified during the House Intelligence Committee phase of the impeachment inquiry that she felt threatened by Trump, but Senator Collins was apparently more interested in questioning the timing of the new information and more interested in questioning the House process than she was in expressing concern about the implications. She said, and I quote, "I wonder why the House did not put that into the record, and it's only now being revealed," Collins reported. Parnas has long been interested in complying with a House subpoena for his testimony, but things hit a snag after the Giuliani business associate was arrested back in October 2019 and indicted in the Southern District of New York on numerous charges related to campaign finance violations. In some entertainment news, Odell Beckham Jr. arrest warrant issued for slapping officers' buttocks post the LSU win. The New Orleans police officer was granted an arrest warrant for Odell Beckham Jr. over accusations of a simple battery after he slapped the buttocks of an officer following an LSU national championship victory over Clemson. A police officer spokesman told that the police sought charges after the video surfaced of the incident on social media. And in the video, Beckham is shown slapping the officer on the buttocks, saying, "Get the gat," repeatedly. Court records show that the lieutenant said he resisted the urge to punch Beckham, and the Browns also released this statement. The officer appears to speak to Beckham, but his words could not be heard on the video. Wells and Vegas reported police originally sought a warrant for a misdemeanor sexual battery charge, but it was declined. Simple battery is a misdemeanor crime that carries up to 6 months in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. And in other entertainment news, Oprah Winfrey reveals how she and Stedman Graham have made their spiritual partnership work. Oprah Winfrey and her longtime love, Stedman Graham, have a spiritual partnership. The media mogul 65 opened up about their unwavering relationship, explaining in an essay in her magazine O, the Oprah magazine, published on Wednesday, that had she and Graham 68 gotten married, we would not still be together. Winfrey shared that she once believed that she did want to get married, but when Graham proposed back in 1993, after the two had been dating since 1986, she quickly realized my life with the show was my priority, and we both knew it. She recalled simply wanting to be asked for her hand in marriage rather than really going through with it. She said, and I quote, "I realized I didn't actually want a marriage, I wanted to be asked. I wanted to know if he felt I was worthy of being his missus, but I didn't want the sacrifices, the compromises, the day in and day out commitment required to make a marriage work. My life with the show was my priority, and we both knew it. He and I agreed that had we tied the marital knot, we would have not still be together, Winfrey explained. And thank you for watching CCN. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, be the change that you want to see. Please leave any comments below. And once again, I'm your host, Captivating Christian, and thank you for watching and listening to CCN News.